Yeah, appreciate you. Good seeing you, man.
Go ahead.
Wendell, what did you see on that final sequence there after Fuchs missed the shot or free throw, and then Jalen came down? Just take us through that. What you saw.
I mean, Jalen saw opportunity to win the game, and he went out and did it. I mean, it was amazing. His confidence, stepping into his shot, believing he was gonna make it. It's really big time, especially for a young player. So I'm very happy for him, and it now gives us a point of view of where Jalen head is at the end of the games. So we can look to him to do more stuff when we're in games late, things like that, because he just showed us that he's capable, willing, and ready to knock down those type of shots.
What was the atmosphere like, on the court and in the locker room after a moment like that?
It was amazing, man. Especially me personally, I've never been on the winning side of those. I've always, guys have hit daggers against me, and I've always lost those games. But tonight, I was on the other side of it, so it was amazing, especially for Jalen. Second year in the league, and still trying to figure himself out in this league. And it's just amazing what he was able to do tonight, all throughout the game, and then to finish it with that, man, is just super amazing. Very, very happy for him.
A lot of focus is on your reaction as players, but what about what you saw from Jamal? I haven't seen him that excited, that emotional over a game, I think, from personally ever.
Yeah.
What was that reaction? What was it like for you guys to get that reaction from him?
Y'all don't be seeing it, but we see it. Yeah, he's definitely an emotional guy in a good way. He's not talking bad about him at all, but he's a guy who shares emotions with us. It's always good to have a coach who can relate to us in certain ways, and when he shows his emotions, with us by our side, it just gives us more juice, and then for him to just show that emotion tonight, after fighting back from, making bad plays on both ends of the court, losing that lead, and then to come away with it, man, I can only imagine just for him and us as a team, man, it was amazing just to squeeze that game out after all the mistakes we made late down the stretch.
What exactly were you seeing that allowed the Bulls to get back into the game?
A lot of careless fouls for me personally, a couple offensive fouls I could have avoided. Defensively, DeRozan just had the hot hand tonight. It's kind of tough to guard him just because you can't get too close because you might foul him on his landing. And, and he's just a good player. I'm not here to say, it's a recipe to stop him. He's a good player, so he just played really well, had the high hand tonight. But like I said, man, we kept it going even after the late calls that we may have not agreed with down the stretch and things like that. But we just stayed with it, and we came away with the victory. So we move on. We got a game tomorrow.
Wendell, you've had some big games against the Bulls. What is it about this matchup that works for you?
It's tough, to play an 82-game season and to stay locked in for every game. So it's a game within the game I like to play with myself where, every game I have a reason for me to play hard. And whenever I play Chicago, I always just think, it was a place I was traded away from. And that's just something that I like to use. I'm not going against anybody from the Bulls or anything like that. It's just, just a little mental game I like to play to keep myself going.
Coach talked before the game about the focus this year on attacking and trying to draw more free throws. You were, at the bottom of the league last year in fouls drawn. Now you're, I think, in the top 5. How important has that focus been, and how much have you seen that develop from last year to this year?
With that being emphasis, a lot of guys, realized and looked across the league how guys were getting fouls, how guys were getting to the free throw line, and we just tried to implement it into our games. Instead of taking tough contested twos, why not try to get all the way to the hole and draw a foul? We got really good finishers on this team. I think we're in the top 5 also in finishing once we get there. So, our mindset is either we're going to finish or we're going to get fouled. And I think it's really good, to have a team that does that because now it opens up the court a little bit more for everybody else.
How important is it for team morale to get a victory like this? Other times you guys would blow leads and it'd be hard to. You guys went to complete the comeback. How important is it for you guys to, have this kind of big victory in situation?
Man, it's really good, man. Just some of the games we've lost this year, I feel like we shouldn't have. But for us to go out here and and get us a win on the road. After having a homestand, I think is really good. It kind of keeps the juices flowing, going into these next 2 games back to back tomorrow. So, it's always good whenever you get a W on the road. In my opinion, it always gives you a little bit of extra juice.
You had, I'm sorry, you hadn't won on the road this year, so just to get that monkey off the back, how does that part of it feel?
It's good, Anytime you win in another team's arena, it's always a good feeling from my perspective at least. And that's really good.
How's the foot feeling? It looked like you were favoring it at some point during the third quarter, even on the bench.
Yeah, it's a little sore, but I'll be all right. I'll figure it out.
Think you'll be good for tomorrow?
Yeah, I should be straight.
Thank you.
Yep.